Hello everyone, I am CM Mitesh. I hope everyone is doing great. As most of you are aware that on 1st July 2023, Institute has launched its new education scheme and training officially. And I'm sure most of you have also visited the Institute portal where they have got the new tab with respect to the same. And they have given the detailed guidelines with respect saying that what exactly the new scheme of education training is, the frequently asked questions, the new syllabus, how exactly it looks like, what are the study materials, everything has been published on the Institute portal. Yes, guys. So why are we here today? So in this video, what we are going to do is we are going to take you through that what exactly the transition scheme it's going to be for the intermediate level students. So now we are going to focus on the intermediate level students. So this video is going to be really helpful for all the students who are registered for the intermediate level or who are going to register for the intermediate level in the near future. Yes, folks. So first basic thing is in CA examinations, okay, you can write your intermediate level examinations in two ways, right? The one is it will be either through the foundation route, which is like you have to complete your 12th standard, then you will write your foundation, you will clear it, then you will take the 8 month study period, and then you will write your intermediate examination. That is the one part. The other part we call it as a direct entry. What is direct entry? Direct entry is something like instead of writing foundation, in the sense you're skipping the foundation because you have completed your graduation or post graduation by securing the requisite marks which has been given by the institute or by the ICI guidelines. Okay, now I will just present my screen, which in which we are going to discuss about the transition scheme for the intermediate level. As you're all aware, saying that it will be for the intermediate level for the foundation, intermediate level for the direct entry scheme. Perfect. So this is the guidelines, which is something prepared by institute. Okay. Yes, I believe most of you are able to see my screen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So guys, first what we will do is we will discuss with respect to the foundation students. Okay. First thing, very simple one. Anyone who has appeared in the foundation examination of June 23, no doubt, go write your intermediate examination under new scheme in May 2024. No doubt at all. Anyone who has appeared in the June 2023 foundation examination, no doubts at all. Just take 8 month study period, go in May 2024 and write your IP intermediate examination under the new scheme. Now, the question comes for the students who are appearing for the intermediate examination in November 23. And if they are not able to clear, what will happen? Now, as everyone is aware that November 23 is going to be the last exam under the existing scheme. So what will happen is if you are not able to cover, if you are not able to clear your examination under November 23, you will be automatically converted into the new scheme and you have to go in May 2024 and you will be writing your examination under the new scheme. Okay. Now, it becomes much more complicated when you have, suppose you have written your examination May 23. Okay. Now, most of you are guys, you are going to get your results now in next 1 week or 10 days. So what will happen? Suppose you are written your May 23 examination and you have passed any one of the group or you have secured some exemption in of the papers. What will happen? You have one more chance for the other group in November 23 or you have one more chance for the papers to clear in November 23. Right? So you will go under the existing scheme. You will have the, what do you say, advantages of the existing scheme everywhere. Now, what happens? Suppose you're written in May and you're not able to clear, you go in November and you write your examination in November 2023. Now, in case if you pass only one of the group or you get exemption in November 23, what will happen? As again, I will emphasize on this, saying that November 2023 is going to be the last attempt under the existing scheme, and all the students after November 23 November 23 examination will get converted into the new scheme. So what will happen in May 2024? You will go and you will write the remaining papers. In the sense, you will be given the exemptions as per the new scheme laws. Now, other thing is about self-paced online module. So what does it say? After passing the remaining group, in the new scheme, the exemption for self-paced online module, that is set C or set D, will be considered as the case may be, depending upon the cases. Now, that was with respect to the foundation. Now, let's come to the a bit complicated for the direct entry route kids. Okay, what happens here? So most of you are aware that previously what it used to happen is you will do your 1 year of training before writing the examination of IPCC. All that has been scrapped down under new scheme. Anyone intermediate they have to clear both the groups, then only you can go for the practical training. Otherwise, you can't go. Now, here, the students who has registered and commenced their practical training by 1st Feb, anyone who has commenced their articleship on or before 1st Feb, what will happen? They are eligible to write the exams in November 23. And again, as I was saying, suppose you are not able to clear, you have to go in May 24 as per the new scheme. Now, what will happen? They will get automatically converted into the new scheme for the relevant group or paper. The thing is, you have to continuously do your 3 years of practical training because you have already started it before the laws and before the amendment of all these regulations what we are discussing right now. Okay, you will be entitled for 156 days of leave. You have to undergo all those mandatory trainings and all those things. Correct. Now, one more thing is like you will be eligible to appear for final examination under the new scheme. Sorry, you will be able to appear for final exams under the new scheme in the last 6 months of the practical training only if you qualify your self-paced online modules. Correct. So the 3 years of articleship before completing of those 3 years, in the last 6 months of your practical training, you will be eligible to write your final examination. Subject, you have to qualify those self-paced online modules. Now, what is the second scenario? Second scenario is students who are appearing in November 23 and passing one of the groups in existing scheme of intermediate or has got exemption. Okay, so this is for the direct entry students who is appearing in November and they are not able to clear both the groups, or they are able to clear only one group, or they are getting exemption. So again, as I was saying, that this is going to be the November 23 is going to be the last attempt under the existing scheme. Then everyone will be automatically getting converted into the new scheme, and they will be writing the examinations for May 2024. Now, what will happen? Who has cleared under any group under this existing scheme, they will get some exemption under the new scheme as well. Now, the same thing, they have to complete your 3 years of articleship period and all those things. The same thing as I was discussing the first scenario. Now, the third scenario, any student who has registered after 1st Feb and have commenced their practical training. Okay, now see, first scenario we were talking about anyone on or before 1st Feb. Now, this is with respect to students on after 1st Feb. So what will happen? You will be eligible to write your exam only under the new scheme in May 2024. Correct. You will get automatically converted into the new scheme. Okay, and you will be writing your May 2024. Now, as you already commenced your practical training, you will continue to do this for the next 3 years. Okay, the same thing. You have to complete all your mandatory courses. You have to complete your practical training before the final examination. Then you have to complete your self-paced online modules. Okay, now, next is for the students registered after 1st Feb. Okay, guys, but they have not started their practical training. Guys, this is something important again. So in the previous scenario, we were talking about the students who has registered after and they have commenced their practical training. So as they have commenced their practical training, they have to continue for 3 years. But in this next scenario, who has registered after 1st Feb and have not commenced their practical training. So what will happen is you will be eligible to write again only under the new scheme. Here, the thing is, as you have not started your practical training, okay, what will happen is you will be there. You have to pass both groups of intermediate, and then only you can commence your 2 years of practical training. And please note that you are only eligible for 12 days of leave per year during this practical training. In the sense, 24 days leave during the course of 2 years of your practical training. The same thing, you have to complete your mandatory trainings, and you will be eligible again here. One more thing, you will be eligible to appear in the final examination under the new scheme after the completion of your practical training, that too after 6 months. So what will happen is you will be eligible to appear for final examination under the new scheme after 6 months from practical training, subject that again you qualify your self-paced online modules. So suppose in September, you are completing your practical training. So what is after 6 months? October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. Correct? March. Then what is that May attempt? In next May attempt, you will be eligible to write your final examination, subject to qualifying all those self-paced modules. Now, students who has registered provisionally after 1st March, guys, anyone who has registered provisionally, so what will happen? They will be automatically converted into the new scheme. You will be eligible to write from May 2024. The same thing as I was discussing. You have to clear both of your groups. Then only you can commence your practical training of 2 years. Then you have to undergo all the mandatory trainings, and you will be eligible to appear in the final examination when only after 6 months from the practical training. That too, if you qualify the self-paced online modules. Next one is student who are going to register in intermediate under direct entry till September 23. So anyone who are going to register till September 2023, okay, under this direct entry scheme, they will be eligible in May 2024, because guys, there is a period of 8 months which we have to follow for that study period. Okay, so 8 months study period needs to be followed here. Okay, guys. So what is saying is September, anyone till 1st September, they'll be eligible to write in May 2024. Again, the same thing, guys. You have to clear both the groups of intermediate, and you have to undergo this trainings. Then you can start your articleship or practical training of 2 years. Okay. Then the same thing, you will be eligible for the final examination, the new scheme, after 6 months from the practical training. Again, subject to qualifying the self-paced online modules. The next one is students who are registered provisionally before 1st July and their final graduation result will be declared after June 23. Okay, so anyone who has registered before July 23, okay, the provisional registration, right? In the sense whose registration are not confirmed because they're awaiting for the results. So now what will happen, as the results will declare only after June, the same thing, guys, they will be only eligible for May 24 under the new scheme. No existing scheme, everything in new scheme. Okay, they have to complete 8 months of study period from the date of provisional registration, and they'll be eligible to appear in the intermediate exam only after passing the final year graduation. Okay, and their attempt will accordingly anyhow fall in May 24th, which will be the first exam under the new scheme. Now, the same thing, you have to clear both the groups to commence the practical training, and again you have to mandatory courses need to be completed. Then you have to qualify your self-paced online modules before you appear before your final examination. Okay, now any students who are registering provisionally on or after 1st July and whose results are going to come in June or July 2024. So guys, anyone whose results are going to come in July 2024, in the sense next year. Okay, so suppose you are in the last year of your college and you are registering today as a provisional. So and next year only you are going to get your results. So what will happen? Your first exam you will be eligible to attempt in November 2024. Okay, guys, because what will happen is you will be those students have to complete 8 months study period after the date of provisional and have to eligible for the intermediate only after passing the final year graduation. So their attempt will be falling in November 2024. So guys, the same thing, you have to pass both the groups of intermediate before starting your practical training. Okay, you have to go to the mandatory trainings which are being provided by the institute, and you will be able to appear for the final examination under the new scheme, which has actually 6 papers after 6 months of the practical training, only subject if you qualify your self-paced online modules. So guys, this was the major thing with respect to the transition scheme of the intermediate level for both the foundation and direct entry route, guys. So if you guys have any doubts or if you want anything in detail, you can reach out to us, or you can just provide in the comment section. We'll we'll try to get some detailed videos as well going forward for you. Thank you everyone, and all the very best for the folks who are awaiting for the result. Guys, the main thing is you have to stay positive. If you stay positive, the results will definitely going to come positive. So all the very best, guys, and Keep smiling. That's what I'll say. Take care.